Hello, everyone. Angelo here. Been homeless in Northern Virginia, Los Angeles, for like 6 days now. Which way should I go? I'll go this way. I don't even know where I am. I mean, I know kind of the neighborhood. I hope it's not too bad of a neighborhood. Hey, Runny. Hey, Drake. Thanks for supporting me. Come on in, everybody. I got some hot tea here. I'm doing well, Runny. My back's a little sore. I'll explain why. It's not hurt or anything, it's just sore. I was straining a lot yesterday. Oh my goodness, 9 people in under a minute? I never have that many people in here that quick. Click like, everybody. Come on. Let everybody on YouTube know Angelo's talking. I don't know if you can see mountains behind. Yeah, there's some mountains back there, way down in the horizon. I don't know if you can tell on the phone. But, well, Los Angeles is the city, right? Or there's the city and the county. But I'm in NoHo, as it's called, North Hollywood. North Hollywood has good places to sleep. In my car, people sleep everywhere in their cars around here. I've seen people sleeping in their cars, like all kinds of parking. It's a horrible, horrible situation, epidemic. I went to around here, instead of working in a cafe, I prefer to work in a library because I don't have money. So a cafe I can park for free, or no, a library I can usually park for free, and I can stay there all day. I don't have to spend money. Several times there's been police patrolling in the libraries. When one of the libraries I went to, I went to 3 libraries today, because one, I just couldn't find the building. It was like it was an invisible building. It was not there where GPS said it would be. And by the way, around here I don't use Google Maps really. Sometimes it's sort of convenient. I use Waze because apparently it helps you get around faster. Also, on a BlackBerry Priv, Google Maps runs so slowly. I hate opening it every time. It's like an old clunky machine. I use Waze, which helps like pick the best route a little better, and it runs much more smoothly. I gotta get a new phone. If this live stream cuts out, just assume my phone crashed. It's been crashing so much, restarting all the time. I don't know what the problem is. It overheats so much. Have I spotted any celebrities yet? Yeah, didn't you see my Nathan Barnett video? I caught him. I found him and located him and talked to him. How am I supposed to afford a new phone? So, yeah, it'd be nice to get a new phone, although I love the keyboard on this one. Thanks, Runny. Yes, so I did run into Nathan, and all kinds of cool businesses everywhere here. You see a lot of this, gates on everything, people's homes, windows. I saw at a Del Taco a sign in front of the register saying, like, you know, employees do not have access to the safe or something. Thanks, Runny. I don't want an iPhone, by the way. But also, this phone, it seems to go in fits. Like, sometimes it's not reliable, high hawking, and now it's running fine. But before, I was worried because it was crashing so much and I had to take phone calls and stuff. So I had a paid job last night. Oh, this is so noisy, this street. I don't know if I can hang out on this street. Yeah, this is very noisy. We'll see. My arm is hurting already. My arm was up for like 6 hours yesterday. I gotta switch hands. And I gotta watch my surroundings and be careful. You know, I don't know which neighborhood's safe, which one's not. The library down the street from here where I was today, there was this big jacked up white guy. I guess he was homeless. He was just sitting in front of the library with a bunch of his, you know, belongings. And 2 cops were walking around. They just always patrol there, I guess. And they were talking to him. They were being really nice. I was worried because I was like, oh crap, cops dealing with the homeless guy. Like, I was wondering, should I film this? And my phone was crashing and restarting all the time. But I was scared to film. I was like, man, I'm from out of town. Like, I do not have a place to live. If I get, even if I'm, you know, they wrongly arrest me for filming them or something, if my car gets impounded, it doesn't matter if they, you know, what they say, oh, just sue the police later and get it straightened out. If my car gets impounded, that means my car will be gone. I can't afford to get it back, and I'll have no home. These cops, fortunately, they were being very, you know, mild-mannered. This guy was yelling at them, like, insulting them, being really angry. And of course, my issue is this guy shouldn't even be on the street. We should provide housing for people. The fact that police are having to deal with a social and a housing problem means we are not dealing with the problem. 19 people here. Click like, everybody. I've never had this many people here this soon, except maybe in Tennessee when my car broke down. So I don't know what's causing my overheating problem. I said the other day I think it's the head gasket, but here's the thing. First of all, excuse me, if it was the head gasket, it would always be, well, would it always be overheating? I don't know. But there would be white exhaust more than probably coming out of the what is it? White exhaust coming out of the exhaust. There isn't. There has before, but I think that was because the car was cold. That's it. Sometimes that happens, but it hasn't been doing that lately. It's not leaking coolant. I went to an AutoZone. I was going to get a head gasket sealant. This guy said, he came out and looked at my car. He said, well, your radiator fan's not running. I said, I don't know. I've been through all this. Because before, one guy said it wasn't running. Another guy said it was running fine. But he turned on the AC. And I'm like, well, is he talking about the air conditioning fan or the radiator fan? This guy was saying, now see, I see campers parked out on the street around here. That's a good sign. People know they can sleep around here. What I don't do is park on a street where it's like, well, there's no signage, stopping me from parking at night, because a lot of streets have like no parking from 3 to 5 a.m. That's to deal with homeless people parking there. Instead of that, I don't want to go too far from my car because I won't remember where it is. But instead of so I don't know if it's the fan, because when I turned on the car for this guy, the fan wasn't running, but the fan runs sometimes. Like, I do hear it come on. I see it start when I do my, whole startup routine for the car. But other times the car's overheating, like yesterday, and it has plenty of coolant. I just checked. It's not leaking a ton of coolant. There's a bunch of coolant in the reservoir. I don't know about in the radiator itself, because you can't see in there, but I just put in a bunch. It was going fine for a day. Then yesterday I drove like 60 miles. I had a job yesterday right on the beach. If you saw that picture I just posted in the community tab on my channel, I had a video job on the beach. That was cool. That's why my back's a little sore. It was 6 hours in a suit that didn't quite fit right, and it just kind of hurt my back to be operating the camera all that time, but it was fine. I was glad to do it, and it really helps me out. So I was editing I was so tired last night, trying to get somewhere closer to sleep, like somewhere where I needed to be to sleep. And I was like, well, I could just fall asleep around here, but then I'll have to drive so far to go back to where go to Planet Fitness and shower. So I was like, okay, I'll drive at like 1 a.m. I was almost falling asleep in my car, struggling to stay awake. I never used to do that. It was only once I started, once I got really sick, once I was disabled for 9 months. And then in 2000, or that was in like 2012 to 13. And then when I was working nights and doing videography during the day, that was when I got I would get so tired. I was working 2 jobs and barely able to sleep. I would fall asleep standing up. Ever since then, I'm prone to getting really tired, because I wasn't even like that tired. It's just that now it's like I can't tolerate it as well. And even today in the library, I was worried I was going to look like I was, falling asleep and they might kick me out, because I could not keep my eyes open. I was, doing that. I don't want to look like I'm falling asleep in there. So, no, I'm not eating enough either. That's the thing. I'm barely eating. One thing that's helping me, 99-cent store. It's like Dollar Tree around here, but better. They got so much stuff. They got produce. Some things are more than $1, but it's because they're big or higher quality in most cases. Sometimes they just cost more than Dollar Tree. Like rubber gloves. I got some rubber gloves for cleaning. Those were like $2. Dollar Tree has those for $1. but they have like actual peppers, like bell peppers and vegetables and apples there. I got some apples and bananas there. Click like, everyone, that helps the video out. Please, I need the help right now. They got a lot of Spanish language radio stations here. That's cool. I listen to those. Still, it's just so much to do. Trying to go out and meet people. I made some new friends. I went to a filmmaker meetup or an actor meetup. I went to an open mic comedy show. Gave out a few cards. I want to go to a lot more tonight. I don't know if I'll even go to anything. What time is it? It's 7:27. Maybe I'll try and go to an open mic. I don't know. It's not great trying to find places to sleep around here because you don't want to do it where the neighbors will call the cops on you. And if you sleep on a street like this, like there may be spots where you can sleep and get away with it, but I cannot sleep because it's so noisy. I just cannot stay asleep. I always wake up and I don't sleep well. So I'm finding spots. By the way, there are a lot of good areas to sleep. It's just I got to find them and then I write them down because I can't remember everywhere around here. I don't know this whole area. So like I always write down streets where I can sleep. And there's maps of where it's legal to sleep in your car. I just got to do a better job of looking up where those spots are because the maps are just pictures of the streets. And then you have to put them into your GPS and then see, okay, exactly where they are. I got a $1 donation. Awesome, Yvonne. Thank you. So let me see what comments people have left here. 9 months? Yeah, I was sick for that long. And also, I can't afford a haircut. I was going to try and get a haircut today because I was like, well, I got a job yesterday. I can get a haircut. I didn't have time. I had to edit videos. I actually don't mind it this long, except the sideburns. But I kind of don't mind. I used to hate it long because I was so hot. Now, I don't know what it is. Also, it's pretty cool out. Like, it's not even that hot. Maybe it's just the area I'm in, like Burbank and North Hollywood. Also, I got a ticket to go see Jimmy Kimmel Live on next week, on Thursday. So that'll be cool. Just go see the show. That's it. You know, I'm not a part of the show or anything, but looking forward to it. Wish my mom was here. So, okay, yeah. I want to move to LA. That's the title of this video. I decided that as soon as I got this job booked here, which was actually like a week ago, a little over that, and I finally went to it last night. I was, thinking at first that I just want to stay here for a month or two. And when I got that job, it gave me the confidence to say, I want to move here. Everything I want is out here. Everybody that I'm, not everybody, but a lot of people that I'm interested in and know are out here. And drivers are pretty bad around, and not all, like around here they seem all right, but some areas and on the freeway, man, they gun it like mofos. They drive like it's gladiator fighting. Yeah, but I want to move here, and I want to get a lot of work here, and I want to get housing, and it's horrible. I want to change how housing is addressed here. As bad as it is in the DC area, it's even worse here. There are thousands of people going homeless every month, and for however many thousands that are being helped to get back into homes, there's even more going homeless. So that is an epidemic. There's like 50 to 60,000 homeless people around here. Everybody's dealing with it, and so it makes perfect sense to make it a priority to deal with. People don't want to do it. They don't want to seriously address it. They want to ignore it. They want their own home values to go up. They don't care if other people can afford to live here. I know where my car is, or I know the restaurant by where it is. Oh yeah, it's on one of these off streets, side streets. Yeah, I think this is it. I just want to make sure I'm aware of where my car is. But it's horrible, and I'm like, well, videos can motivate people and get their attention to deal with that stuff. So that's what I'd like to do. Where am I? Oh, crap. Oh, yes. Okay, I recognize where I am. 27 people. Oh, my goodness. Click like, everybody. Thanks for joining. If you want to donate, just send $1. Thank you, Yvonne, for donating. You make it easier on yourself because I need all the help I can get. I am, man, last night I went to sleep. I looked around different places to sleep, found a place after a 30-mile drive and I was nearly falling asleep in the car after a 6-hour job, which it was all good. By the way, I'm glad for the challenge. I'm glad I'm doing this. It was really important that I get that job. And didn't have time to exercise today. Just showered at the gym. By the way, the gyms are always packed here. Everybody wants a perfect body. You could go at 7 in the morning, you could go at 1 in the morning. The gyms are packed. Not so packed that it's uncomfortable to use, because the gyms are really big here. But you might have to wait to use the toilet to take a dump. You might have to wait to use a shower. And so two guys were waiting to use the showers today. So I thought, oh, I'm not going to take too long to shower. I'll just, I'll just do the quick shower and then get out, because I don't want to make someone wait unnecessarily. That's what you got to do. That's unthinkable to me, to wait for a shower. I'm like, I don't want people seeing me wait for a shower. That's what you got to do. So I made it real quick. Everybody else was showering before me in all the other stalls, and I got in after them, got out before them, because I was like, I don't want to make somebody wait. That's ridiculous. I don't need to do that much. Let me switch hands again. I'll check your comments in a little bit. I got to put down this tea. I'll put it in my car because I don't need it. Really, I got a second tea. One, I got to go, because I was at the library and I didn't realize this library closed at 5:30 in the afternoon. I was rendering a video that was taking like 2 or 3 hours to render. I was like, oh crap, there's another 90 minutes to render. I don't want to stop it now. I may have to deliver the video tonight. Definitely by tomorrow. And so fortunately the person that my client said, you can have it tomorrow, that's fine. But I said I can bring it tonight or tomorrow. It's just going to take another 2 hours to render. And so I left my laptop on, put it in my car, went straight to a cafe where I got another green tea, finished the video, which I just let it render. And there's a little bulletin board where you can put in thumbtacks to there's the sun setting behind me, so the thumbtacks to put, so I put in a business card on there, my YouTube channel. I've been giving out several cards, and I gave out some at the wedding to the other people working there, photographers and DJ, and I got to put my email address on it because around DC I was kind of paranoid about that, because I was like, well, I just want to leave. I don't want people to think I want anything. I just want to show them, hey, this is something to entertain you. I was like, no, I should. Why not? This is what I came here for, to put myself out there. If I'm not going to do it here, what's the point? Even if it's a little embarrassing. I went up to some comedians at a show the other night, even though I was a little, shy, and just say, hey, you guys were really funny, and they were grateful for that. I said, I'm a YouTube filmmaker. Here's my card. You know Tim and Eric. My mom worked with them. All right, let's see. So yeah, I guess it might be the Radiator fans. So at some point, I'm going to try and go to, because it doesn't come on sometimes when it needs to, but it does come on other times. So I'll take it somewhere and ask them about the fan. Man, Firestone charged me $366 for something that didn't fix anything. They were just guessing. I mean, who knows? Maybe, okay, I don't know that. Maybe it was. There was another issue, and it was the thermostat as well. So what are all these comments saying? Oh yeah, and the other thing is, I want to get my mom out here as much as possible. There are good neighborhoods around here, and what I mean by good neighborhoods that are walkable and livable, because my mom doesn't drive, and my dad, requires some assistance. He's still able-bodied and healthy. He's doing fine, but they wouldn't enjoy it if they were on a big, huge, right by the freeway or something. They got to be in a neighborhood that's walkable, with good stores, and somewhere where my mom can work. So that's what I would like, is for them to move out here, and I want to change the whole face of LA. They desperately need public transportation. Yeah, there's always rush hour traffic any time of day, and they desperately need a high-speed train, high-speed rail, trolley cars, whatever, and They need to address the housing situation. It is unthinkable that a first world nation has homeless people, thousands a month, going homeless faster than they can get people back into homes. That is not an accident. That is because rich people prioritize their home values and their neighborhoods over the existence of poorer people. I'll just relax here for a minute. Yeah, I like it. Seriously, I hear people speaking different languages all the when I was on the beach the other day, um, when I was with Nathan Barnett. Watch out for that video. There's going to be another one coming. Um, yeah, I heard people speaking all kinds. Saw British people there, like people speaking all kinds of different languages. Yeah, that was cool. Right, there are suburban neighborhoods around here. I'm still learning them, but there are nice ones. I mean, again, nice ones meaning where you can walk around, where the streets aren't massive, and there are affordable places. So I want to rent a place. Hopefully, and the good thing is there's tons of actors and entertainers, and actors are some of the main people I want to deal with because I want to see what it's like for them. I want to learn from them. I want to direct them. I want to deal with them. I'm still writing, even when I don't think I can write anything and I'm delirious and hungry. Even today I wrote some because I'm like, I got to make myself do it. And the key is use your time effectively. Don't sit there for 4 hours and write a little. Write something focused and get a lot done in your time and think about it. So I think every time I am going to write, I think I can't write anything else. I'm working on the same screenplay. Maybe I should switch and work on my other screenplay while I'm doing this one. But then I managed to write stuff that I liked, that I wanted for this. I'm like, oh, good. I figured something else out. When I kept asking myself this question of how do I deal with this screenplay, I'm having a problem with the story. So I want to find people, like-minded people, who know I'm a filmmaker, who I don't have to, hide it from because it's going to be awkward. And it's just weird because we don't relate about it. It's not horrible. It's not like anything bad happens once a non-filmmaker knows I'm a filmmaker. But I want to live with people who are like-minded, who clean, and I'm willing to rent a room for $600 or $700. Yes, I'm against landlords. I hate landlords. There are no good landlords. It is hard to live around here and work. It takes up so much time. I went to 3 libraries today to find one where I could work at. Meanwhile, I had to get this video to a client. And you have to drive around so much, and it's good to be able to work any time of day. Right now I can't. So I realized I can be comfortable and still, fight the system and still try and address problems with the system. It's not like everybody who hates the housing problem has to go homeless. I'm doing it as an example. I did it as an example, but I am going to start looking for a home now once I start making some more money. And I'm setting goals of like how much money I want to make each month. And I'm trying to build relationships. I'm meeting people a lot, trying to meet people. And everybody knows how it goes. So you go, you hand out cards, you get friends on Facebook, you meet people. Amazon, MTurk, I've heard of that. I've heard something about that. Yeah, exactly. Rich people demonizing the homeless. They want to act like homeless people decided to be homeless, like it was just a choice. Well, if they decided to, how come they just decided to around here in LA? Why don't they do that in every city? I don't get it. If they're just lazy, if they just don't want homes, why don't they do that everywhere? The rich want you to ignore the fact that they lobby and that they work to make housing expensive here. They work to get subsidies from the government to build high-income housing and evict people from low-income housing, to block laws that would protect tenants. And then they say, oh, they want you to revere them because they say, oh, you'll be one of us soon, eventually. Just wait, you see. But it's the homeless people's fault for the problems that we put on them. So I'm not eating enough. I gotta work more, eat more, definitely. Thanks Sadie, you clicked like for me, appreciate it. Campgrounds are all kind of far out, so it's kind of difficult. I should what? Oh, campgrounds? Maybe, and I gotta get a faster car at some point. It's not bad getting around in this one, but it is a little bit dangerous on the freeways when everybody drives, not everybody, it's just people drive really fast, and I can slam on the gas, and it's hard to, I get up to speed basically, but I should have a safer car. get up to speed. Yep, housing needs to be addressed here. I just cannot say it enough. Treat it like an emergency, and people will get homes. And we will deal with this homeless crisis. And we need high-speed, affordable, or free public transportation, and we need to tax the rich to get it and to pay for homeless housing. Yeah, they want their housing prices to go up. They don't care about their neighbors or people who need to survive here who are barely making money. Yep, it's expensive. You need to get a job in a union. Not enough good union jobs. Do a meet and greet in LA during the summer? Hey, maybe I should. That would be fun. If my mom's out here, I would try and do that. 20 likes. Oh my goodness. Thank you, everybody. And someone else donated. I didn't see who donated yet. Tussin expectorant, and my heart started racing. Oh, it's Stacy? Wow. Hope you're feeling well. Right, that's, oh, Drake, you donated $1. Thank you, Drake. All right, I'm gonna walk down this way. See what's over here. There are, like I said, campers parked out, and you see it everywhere. You see people parked in the gym parking lot, in store parking lots. You just see them parked out everywhere overnight, and it's a shame. You see nice cars, you see beat up old cars, you see cars in between. Doesn't matter. You cannot know necessarily who's homeless or how much money they make by looking at them. I said I would put this tea down. Rancho Cucamonga was cool. I stopped there before I went into LA because my car was overheating, and I was like, I'll just stop here and relax. And I don't know if I put a video up on YouTube about it, but I put a video up on Twitter about Rancho Cucamonga. That place was cool. Nice little city. I went into a cafe that had a Dreamcast in there. That was cool to see. I'd like to go back sometime. Yeah, Nathan Barnott's hilarious. Write my own communist manifesto. Cool, Stacy. Right, yeah, you can find rooms for $600 around here. I've seen it. So I've looked at it. I mean, you don't know if they're all real, and it just sucks. A lot of them, they say, you get to the end of the ad and say, we're looking for a woman. Like, we got 3 women here, we're looking for another. I'm like, why didn't you just say that up top? Either way, I can't afford that yet. It's going to be very expensive living here. Gas prices are expensive. I find some places $4 a gallon, but it's funny. I got gas last night. I said, it wasn't taking credit cards, so I went inside. I said, give me $15 on, pump 8, whatever. I went to the pump, and it was over in 30 seconds. I was like, what the hell? What? I want my $15. And then I looked at it. I'm like, huh? I had to look like 4 times before I realized, oh, I paid $15. That's just like 3 gallons of gas or whatever. Like, it is not much at all. So yeah, gas is really expensive. A lot of other things I can deal with. I got to get my address changed with the DMV. I applied for food stamps, but the problem, it's so complicated to get them. So I'm like, it's not even worth it. I applied, but I got to finish the application. I want to call and cancel, and even calling to cancel, you got to go through 10 menus. So I was like, forget it. It's not worth it. I'll figure out, how to survive without them. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Got to push these. I'm pushing this video today, even though I'm exhausted. I was falling asleep at the library, but I'm not complaining. It's good. To me, it's what needs to happen. This is the time to do it. The window of opportunity is open. And by the way, it's what everybody's doing. So everybody's working hard if they seriously want to be an artist or an entertainer. It doesn't matter if you're sleep deprived and tired or whatever. I was hectic. It was hectic going around yesterday, getting to Malibu, the beach where I shot. I was shooting this video yesterday for a client, and I had to change and get in a suit in a car, and I had to find somewhere to iron my suit beforehand. And I've had some help here. I have great help. I won't necessarily say everybody who's helping me, but I've had some great help here that's been invaluable. And that's a good thing about all the connections I've made over the years is now that I'm out here, people are willing to help. There are the mountains. Can you see them? Yeah, there. And it's cool here. Like, I thought it would be blazing hot. It's not. I mean, it has been, and I gotta wear gloves when I drive because the sun burns up my hands, man. It's so bad. And eventually I get a haircut, even though I kind of like it. I'm fine with it long, but I don't know. Does anyone care? I don't care. This is the longest I've let it grow in a while. But this is good. But working hard, like, that's exactly what needs to happen. So I was at the library all day today, barely ate. I've been getting packs of tuna at the 99-cent store. Getting some bread, some vegetables. Some don't have a lot of good stuff. It depends which one you go to. The same as Dollar Tree. Thanks, Drake. Yeah, I saw that. I really appreciate that. Everybody thank Drake and Yvonne for donating. Yeah, rent in San Francisco Bay is awful. Even worse. A lot of those houses are crappy. I agree. You want to see me in the... Where do you live, Ronnie? Lynx. Thank you for joining me, Lynx. A lot going on. I'm talking faster than I can think. So I won't give you the whole rundown again. You can watch later, but there's the mountains in the background. Just amazing to me to think I live near. Well, I don't live. I live anywhere, but so this is where I live right now, because I find places to sleep every night. Fortunately, there's a lot of help. It's a very hypocritical system where they act very progressive and liberal out here, but they do not want to address the homeless problem. They want to treat it as they just want to treat the symptoms and get the police to deal with it. Thanks, Lynx. Appreciate it. But I said a lot in the video, so go back and watch it later. Figure out what's going on. That needs to be Angelo's walking NoHo. Los Angelos. Thanks. Wow, Young Street. So Young Street says, as a man who is about to be homeless soon, I'm so glad there's someone out there who can put the message out. Your mom must be proud. Thanks. She was worried, if you heard on the video where I called her. I wonder what this way. There's this lit up, looks like a stadium or a casino or something. Looks like some kind of stadium or expo center. Thanks. Yeah, I do want to get the word out. I want to motivate people to see like, oh, if Angelo can make videos about homelessness and make a message that gets people to reach out to their Congress people and their city councilors and stuff, and whatever, school boards, everywhere else, every community member that you need to participate in putting pressure on the well-connected, rich, and powerful to get people in housing. Yes, that works, to get people out of homelessness. That if I can do it, you can do it too. So definitely I'll be making, doing something along those lines. I don't know what. I can't say I'll make videos about it because I don't know what the most effective thing will be to deal with it. This place looks cool. Actual bus. You don't see many buses. Yep, gas prices, yeah, they're about $4 to $5 a gallon. I was able to get them somewhere about $4 a gallon last night, but it's a lot. Get medical, that was another thing I tried applying for, the social services office. It's such a hassle, it's not even worth it to apply through the government, because I'd have to get my birth certificate and a social security card, my social security card from Arlington, and or they said, somebody can take a picture of them for me and send them to me. My parents would never in a million years learn how to take pictures. That's and I don't even I'm glad these programs are there. They should be available to people much more easily, because people should be able to get them with dignity and not have to divulge all their information and their birth certificate and all this stuff for it. But to me, I don't need it. I can figure out how to get by. I am getting by and building relationships. I'll leave it for someone else to get that stuff. I think I don't know, just as a formality, I should call and say, hey, cancel my application for food stamps, But it was such a hassle. I don't. And then they're gonna have to, like, I'm gonna have to check in regularly and stuff or whatever. I don't know exactly. Not check in about my food stamp status, but like they want me to come by every week for like my mail that comes there or whatever, because I have to have an address here, and I can set it as the social services office. And even though I couldn't get personal mail there, at least I would have something for official mail, like for the DMV. Maybe I would do that anyways. But it's just such a, like, it just felt such a hassle, and I'd have to upload all my income statements and stuff. I'm like, I'm done. I hate paperwork. Don't ever show me, a bureaucratic mess I have to go through to get food stamps. So not even worth it. I just hate going through the trouble of it. And why? I don't truly need it. 99-cent store exists. That helps me out a lot. And I'm sure, slowly but surely, building relationships, figuring out how to make money. You all are supporting me. I can't believe somebody else donated. Say hi to Mom for me. Thanks, Starla. I got a video shoot, Links. Don't get tricked into doing adult movies. Yeah, Los Angeles is beautiful. Only rain I've seen is just sprinkling, just drizzling. Thanks, Links. I'll go back to Virginia at some point, but I'm not going to move back there. Or if I move there, I'll always have a home here. I'm not thinking small. I'm setting goals for how much money I want to make each month. I'm reaching out to people saying, hey, if you want me to work on a production, if you know anything I can do, even if it's cleaning up the set or just taking out garbage or working for free for the experience, I'll do that. And I was trying to work really hard last night too, more than I needed to, because I got to make good impressions on people out here who may be cynical, who may be used to seeing people, like me, say they want work and then not want to stay the whole night and work. I was trying to do more than was necessary and offer more than was necessary. Yep. Exact. Tech companies are horrible. Facebook, horrible. Twitter, horrible. Links, $2. Thank you. Thank you for that. And also, it's so funny, the advertising that's so different here. There's lots of ads for like sex services and whatever, I don't know. And that's fine, I don't have a problem with that. There's lots of billboards and stuff for weed sales, weed dispensaries. So all that stuff, I keep forgetting like it's a lot more like legal here. And because anytime I smell weed, I'm like, uh-oh, someone's, like, that's illegal, And then I'm like, oh yeah, wait, it's totally fine. Like, not totally fine, but especially for black people, it's not fine. It's still used to racistly police them. But anyway, it's a gym there. But it's like, it's got a lot more legal status here, weed. Nobody carries around their social security card and birth certificate. That's why. Good. Fought for a pay raise for teachers. Why would I take my birth certificate? I'm going to have to get another P.O. box. That's the thing. I have one in Arlington, and should I cancel that one? It expires this month, or it's going to renew. But should I just cancel that? That's the thing I'm wondering. Because all those old videos have the address on it. And if somebody finds that one of those videos and sends something there, I don't want them to, be mistaken. Send it, and I don't have that P.O. box anymore. Yeah, maybe it makes sense for me to get one here then. Yeah, I'm going to get a driver's license here, and I want to get a home here. I'll just rent a room at least. I'm going to be here full time, Links. I decided that actually before I moved here, because when I got set up with this job that I got yesterday, this video shoot, it was such good luck, but it wasn't just luck, it was something years in fortunately the way, it came together was somebody I've known for years, and I told I was moving here, and I always think I have to keep everything secret from everyone. I wasn't going to tell this person until I came here. I was like, well, wait, why keep it a secret? Just tell this person. I texted them, and they said, oh, and by the way, somebody needs this shoot done. Can you do it? I said, sure. And they set it up for me, and I got the job. Once I got that one bit of help, I realized, oh, I got the confidence now to want to move here. I don't want to go back to Virginia. I'll go back, and even if I live there and live here. I'm not trying to live in Virginia full time. Even if I live there like 6 months a year or something, I want to be in LA to make movies. It's beautiful out here. There's so much to do. Even every single day, you can go to entertainment and artists and all kinds of stuff. And all the artists are out here. So when I want to see a performance, I don't have to wait for them to go on tour to DC. I can just go here. Yep, you can see marijuana billboards. Okay, yeah, it sounds like a good idea, Ying, that I should cancel. Hey, I'm a proud fellow Californian. I belong out here. Yeah, and I'll get a bucks around here. All right, that sounds good. Thing is, I'll have to cancel it for a little bit to save money. I'm gonna figure out where I'm gonna live first. I don't want to get a PO box that's like 30 miles away from wherever I end up living. So, yeah, I guess I'll cancel it. Okay, mail for a while. At the end of this month, I might cancel the PO box, save me $100 for like 6 months or something, and decide from there, because I do need to save the money. But like I said, I've got goals for how much money I'll make a month. I'm not just trying to take jobs here and there, whatever, and make money. I have specific goals. Oh, there's a substation here. But I have clear goals for how much money I want to make, and I'm trying to figure out what it's going to look like when I'm making that much money. What kind of work will I be doing? Who will I be networking people? Try and establish relationships here. That's the thing. People are telling me all this. It's here to establish good relationships. Much worse people who are much less talented make more money because work the system and sort of work relationships. So if I can come here and be a good person to people and be trustworthy and want to genuinely help them, that'll be a lot more in addition to me, create good content and make movies and help others. I met actors who are in a play. That's really cool. I want to go see the play. I'm going to see the preview where you pay what you can because I'm broke. But that was great too when I saw, there are genuine people here I'm meeting and not just people who, they want something from you or they want to brag about who they are. Because I don't know what to expect for being around, Northern Virginia is like a small town compared to this. And I never thought of it that way because I'm like, it's a metro area. There's millions of people who come there and commute. But it's really a small town compared to LA, which has like 10 million people in it. Let's see, I'm still not caught up on comments. Again, thank you everybody who donated. Links, Drake, Yvonne. Thanks, Links. Yeah, one of the best decisions ever made. I hope so. And see, the key is, I almost didn't make it here, but I just barely made it here. So as long as you can just barely make it, that works. I can barely afford to be here. My car barely runs. I'm barely, able to get around, but this is the most important time because I'm not sitting back and sulking and or whatever, stagnating. I'm trying to work even harder, and I know that's just going to make it not just more meaningful. It makes the connections with people better. It makes my point of view better for the films I want to make. I'm figuring out what kind of director I want to be. I want to be like David Fincher, Martin Scorsese. Directing thrillers and doing the funny stuff too, which Scorsese did too. By the way, remember, like he was on David Letterman with his mom cooking pizza. So I'm convinced if Scorsese was growing up now and had YouTube, he would be making videos with his mom on YouTube. You're buffering? I can't do anything about that. Right, okay. Good to know, Runny. You say stay away from conservative central farming. California, it's so horrible because of the Republicans there. I bet. One step at a time. Get a house with a nice pool. I don't want a pool. It's too much for... Not everybody should live in a mansion. Just because you're rich doesn't mean you should live in a mansion. I don't need that. It's not necessary for me. Republicans are scum of the earth. If you've been watching what they're doing lately, they have such craven desire for power and cruelty. The point is to be cruel for them. That's it. Their programs with immigrants, their policies with war, it's horrible. What can I say? You can't even you don't need to say much to criticize it. You just say what they're doing, and it's so apparent how cruel, utterly cruel, and Nazi-like what they're doing is. Thank you. Glad you guys are, on the same page about that. Because I'm not trying to cultivate any kind of, like if you have problems with immigrants here or whatever, can't be on this channel. I'm here, I want viewers that feel included, that feel like, trying to improve things, not just blaming other people for problems and saying, well, I'm going to get rich, but screw you. You're the king of barely of California. Hey, that might be a good video. There's everything barely Californian. Barely can get food. Barely can pay my bills. Man, it's gonna be tough to continually do this. I'm sure there will still be challenges. Homeless people, man, it's got to be. It's the perfect opportunity. If you want to change the world, you can do it in LA. Because it's so much. It's like one of the biggest cities in the world. It's got so many people coming through, international business, and what excuse do we have for not addressing the homeless situation? So it's kind of, interesting that I was around DC where, yes, there's a homeless problem, definitely a big homeless problem. In Arlington, not as much, but it's still getting bad. And with Amazon moving there, even worse. And Amazon's just one part of a bigger problem. But for all the problems there, here, it's 10 times as big, 50 times as big, 100 times as big and worse, and so destructive. And that means what the hell was my car again? That means any way of addressing that is going to have to be 10 or 100 times bigger and more effective and powerful. So it's like, why go somewhere where this problem is even bigger and needs, even greater influence and skill to deal with? Well, that seems like a good challenge. Why do it somewhere where it's smaller? Maybe, help address it here, and that will be the model for how other cities do it. When they can say, look, Los Angeles, in the greatest state in the country, California, was able, I was thinking about how Arnold Schwarzenegger would say that, and I'm like, now I can say that too. It's the greatest state in the country. I'm scared of even crossing, because I've heard, without having the white, go cross sign, because, oh, here we go. Because I've heard of police giving jaywalking tickets and stuff. It's so annoying. I mean, so, like, scary. Not that scary, but I don't want to deal with it. I know where my car is. Like, I might have to look it up on GPS again, but I think I found it. Let's see. Maybe not. No. But that's okay. I know where it is if I just pull it up on my GPS, so. I just want to stay kind of nearby it, but that's right, I crossed the street somewhere. But yeah, if it can be addressed here, every other city can see, oh, we've got no excuse. LA had the toughest problem, and they exerted the most effort to deal with it. We can do it too. If we don't, it's on us. Well, I'm still not caught up on the comment. Angelo Scorsese in Los Angeles? Cool. In Los Angeles, city of Los Angelos. Yep. Even the shoot yesterday, I had stuff I was shooting like Scorsese. It was an event. And I was shooting it like him, the way the camera tracks and goes around people. I just can't help it. That's how I like to shoot stuff. No, thanks, Drake. I'm not going to North Korea. Right. Yeah, if you're anti-diversity, clearly you're not into this channel. Yep. Amazon is terrible. You think they care about the cities they move to? The homeless? They do not care one bit. They don't care about their employees. They don't care that their employees are homeless. Great state of California, that's right. The greatest state in the country. City of flying trout. Maybe just a street. Or just a single brick. Like a brick. And you know how they name bricks? Or like they'll put up plaques in like theaters and say, this person donated, here, and they have a plaque with their name on it. That's good. Oh my goodness, I found my car. I didn't even realize it. Cool. And the good thing is, yeah, parking can be a pain here, but also after certain times and on weekend stuff, then parking is unlimited overnight a lot of places. So I don't even have to worry about it. It's getting dark, but my battery's good. 70% even with the portable battery charger. And where's that at? 94%? Huh? Should be charging it more. Time zone change didn't really affect me because I had several days to get used to it. So it's not like I changed 3 hours all at once. It was like 1 hour every day, so it didn't really make a big difference. And it's actually good because when it's like 9 o'clock here, it's midnight where I'm from. So that means it's easier for me to go to sleep sooner because there's so much stuff I have to get done during the day when the library's open, and try and get stuff done at night, like go to meetings. You have to meet people here. You cannot just be talented and be by yourself. So what I'm hoping is this is historic in that you're seeing what imagine if Martin Scorsese or David Fincher or whoever, I don't like to just name all white men, but if you could see how successful people started out, if they were making videos and then you saw them, like how did they do it? Because it's hard to, like, I was so lost before thinking, how am I ever going to direct movies? What can I possibly do? Just make YouTube videos, hope I get famous? And I don't really hope I get famous. I heard something crack. I mean, have videos that are really successful, and then you get meetings with, people who produce movies. Well, like, if all those filmmakers 50 years ago could have had this technology, like, hopefully this is what you could have seen, is like, what's it like to do the actual work? And while you're struggling, because I don't feel bad at all that I'm homeless. I mean, I feel bad in a way in that this should not be necessary, but the fact that I'm homeless, that I'm living in my car and stuff, it's neither here nor there because I have so much support here. Again, I'm not going to say how I'm getting support or what, nothing illegal. What I mean is people who are helping me, who are just doing favors for me, giving me info, reaching out for me, people who are helping me out. I just don't need to divulge it. They're friends. That's why. Like, it's not my business to put them out there. But to have all that help. Wow, mountains in the background there. That's making such a big difference. It's making it 10 times easier to be here. The nearest Central Valley city near you is Bakersfield. What's Central Valley? No. Home prices are cheap around, I see, in Central California. $200,000, $300,000 in rent. Rents are down, but no jobs, but farming. Yeah, I see. I'm not going to do that. Background acting? No, I haven't done that. I might be willing to take a job doing that once in a while if it pays. And I'll get to meet people. That's the important thing. And I'll get to show, hey, I'm a hard worker. I don't complain. I don't look at my watch or my clock. I'm not trying to figure out when I can leave or telling people how hungry I am or whatever. You should feed your crew properly, though, and cast. But, yeah, it would be a good opportunity just to see and meet people and, give out some cards if they allow that. A lot sets can be very strict about all that kind of stuff. I've heard of extras being told, do not look the star of the film in the eye. Do not start a conversation with them, just because they cannot be distracted. Like, there's too many people who want too much time from them, and every second is costing money. So that's what I mean. It's not a bad thing. It's just, you got to have discipline to work on set. And it'd be good to see how a set runs, because I don't really know how a movie set runs. I've seen plenty of documentaries and stuff, but all the productions I've been on have been low budget. No, I didn't go to Beverly Hills yet. I have been through there before. It doesn't impress me. I'm not putting it down like, it's crappy. I'm just saying I don't know why you'd want to live there. The streets are so narrow. Like, you can't get... It's basically like there's only room for one car in a lot of them. It's like, well, why would you really want to live here? I guess just to be away from the city. But I don't quite understand why you'd want to be in Beverly Hills. I guess to be by your neighbors or something. And I can also, by the way, see the appeal of just being in a regular city that's away from entertainment, so you're around normal people, because you take in the environment around you and you learn from it. So, you know, I don't just want to be around artists and entertainers all the time. I want to be around people who are working regular jobs and, you know, just quietly living their lives, because that's the kind of stories I want to tell. So many people out here at the gym, man, I've never seen so many ripped people and fit bodies, but so many people trying to get the perfect body. And I had to make a decision to myself. I'm not trying to make stories about the best looking people or anything. I want to keep doing the Tim and Eric thing, just ordinary or, you know, unconventional looking people, and just weird, funny stories that are personal. And I'm not trying to make movies about the, you know, best looking people with the best bodies. So I had to make that decision, because I was like, man, it's tripping me out seeing people do this with, you know, I've never seen, like, around Virginia, I would see maybe a handful of guys who had bodies as sculpted as the guys out here. Here, it's practically everybody trying to have perfect bodies. And that's cool, that's fine. You know, I don't begrudge them. It's just not my story. It's not what I do. And I had to make a decision. I will not succumb to any of that. And I will keep telling weird personal stories with people like my mom. And I will fly her out here. I want to make enough money to fly her out here, have her, you know, let her have a good time here. Maybe go see Jimmy Kimmel Live, Conan O'Brien. Angelo Lynch, yes, exactly. David Lynch. I haven't seen many of his movies, but I admire him a lot. See the production people? Maybe, but I'm not trying to do, you know, like, yeah, it's good to go there, but I'm just trying to enjoy it. I'm not there to do, you know, a performance or anything. I'm just there to be myself and enjoy it. And it's just so cool that it's around Mulholland Trout. Yeah. Mulholland Drive, I did see that, and the Elephant Man. I think that's it. All right, Drake, thanks again for donating. Appreciate your support. Where should I cross the street? There's some lights over here. Tennis court. I guess I'll cross there. 15 people here. Cool, man. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I had to get some video out today. I'm like, well, I could go to some, but I don't want to miss a video. And I want to practice that discipline of working very hard, meeting people, always taking the chance, saying hi, you know, how's it going? Whatever, even when I'm always a little bit shy, you know, a little bit worried someone's going to get mad at me for talking to them. But I came here because this is the place to not hold back anymore. So it makes no sense to do that, you know. Trying to establish good relationships, because you never know who's going to be my roommate, who's going to be a producer, who's going to be an actor. I was on my feet for like 6 hours yesterday, but I can't even complain. It was the best thing for me, getting this job and being in the library today. And I know all this stuff, it's just making my work even better. Working hard, being at the library. I have to get up early again tomorrow, make sure I get to this place at a certain time, deliver the video that I have. I had to go to the bathroom so bad. When I left the library, my laptop was still rendering the video. It had another 90 minutes to go. I went to a cafe. There was no bathroom in the cafe. By the time I got back to my car and I was taking out the flash sticks from my laptop, I had to go to the bathroom so freaking bad. And of course, I don't have to tell you how I went. You can all imagine. But in bottles. So you don't have to imagine. I'm just on this little street in North Hollywood, NoHo, as it's called. I was in downtown, or central, I guess, downtown LA last night. It's weird. All these corporate office buildings, but you would think it's crowded at night, but at night, barely anyone around. I went to a comedy show there, met a few people. No, it wasn't last night, it was 2 nights ago. I've been in the garment district before, where a lot of shops, it's kind of like this little market. When I was working on entertainment or fashion videos, we would come here and then go to the fashion district, and they would get a bunch of stuff that they needed for shows, for fashion shows. If I have some money, I'd like to go there and support some of those businesses. They would get cloth cut, like the guy who ran the agency, he knew a lot of the business owners there. I would be falling asleep standing up when I was there. Because by the time I got there, I had been up usually for 24 hours working on videos and then flying over and going straight from the airport to the garment district before I could even get back to the hotel and rest. And then I had to edit videos usually. Yeah, thanks, Drake. Thanks, Runny. Runny says, I think personally, Angelo, I personally think you're a great example of hardworking person that wants dreams to happen in real life. A great example for young filmmakers. I hope so. I hope this I'm documenting it happening. Because how do you know what it's like to, to work and make a career unless you know how to model it after others? See, years ago I had no idea. Now I feel like, getting a little better idea, because I still can't imagine. Well, I'm starting to imagine it. That's the thing. When I came here, I could not imagine what's it going to be like for me to, I can't even fathom what it'll be to have a home, to live in a home again, to have people listening to me and work, making my movies happen and being willing to, to work on my crews and act for me. I'm starting to be able to picture that, because now I'm starting to get, that, people are willing to listen. People, there are good people out here who are talented, who work hard as well, who want to help. So, the fire SUV parked on the street for the fire station. I'm starting to be able to picture that. I want to see I want to set goals like make $3,000 a month, $5,000 a month. It's not that I just want to make as much money as possible, just have a bunch of money. There's only a certain amount that I need. I want to be able to make a difference with others. Put the money back into videos, also put it into however I can to help these, causes that I believe in, to make a difference and make it as effective as possible. But it's amazing out here. I love it. I didn't know I could love it this much. I've been to LA, but I didn't hate it. I just didn't like it. Oh, it's a distress call for the commissioner. Oh boy, thank goodness I got that job yesterday. Rennie says, I love how the sun sets at the same time where you are and where I am. Cool, yeah. That's nice too, that, people can watch on the East Coast and it's still sunny over here. Gotta wear sunscreen out here. As a young person, you really influenced my life throughout all your videos. Wow, cool. Your channel made me think how I can achieve my dreams in the near future. Cool, man. That's great. I'm realizing, every once in a while, every few years, my channel changes direction. It changes, what's going on my channel. So it was a lot of cooking videos for a while, and then some more funny videos, and then a variety of stuff, and then stuff about landlords and how much I hate them, and the Annandale videos before that. And then it was deciding be homeless and, hating landlords and wanting affordable housing and being a filmmaker. And now it's moving to LA and trying to, motivate people, get people. We can solve the homeless problem. It's solvable. It's not something like wiping out disease where even if we had everybody working on it, it still takes time to figure out how to do it. We can actually do this. It's just a lack of motivation. So that's what I want. And I've filmed Tommy Wiseau several times. If you look on my channel, you look up Flying Over Trout, The Room, or Flying Over Trout, Tommy Wiseau, I'm sure you'll find videos of him. I filmed him like 3 or 4 times at least. Yeah, I know. It's more expensive here than Arlington. And that's just the rent. Everything, the gas makes it way more expensive. Oh, hi, Mom. A channel for everyone, I would say. Thanks. Yeah, well, that's what life is. You change directions in life. And again, I'm watching my surroundings, making sure, like, because I don't know what neighborhoods are good or bad. I mean, down the street from here is where I saw that homeless guy just yelling at the cops. Thank goodness the cops were cool with him. You got to be patient, with somebody like that. They may be under a lot of stress or whatever. You don't know, what they're going through. The guy was being really, angry at the cops who were being civil, but that's what's required when you're a civil servant. And really, the guy should be in a home. There should be actual help for him, not merely just telling them get away from the entrance to the library. And I heard him go in the library at one point and start yelling. I was in the bathroom right when he did that. And then by the time I got out of the bathroom, he had left. So hopefully it all ended without incident, without anyone getting hurt. Yeah, we're going to have more cooking videos, definitely. Like I said, I'm going to fly my mom out here as much as possible. I know she's going to like it. There are a lot of great things about this place, a lot of good people, and a lot of people struggling to get by. And I include those in the good people, obviously. I'm not saying like it's separate. I'm saying like those are the people I'm interested in. And not just them. I want, people who make entertainment that I admire and stuff too. But I'm, I want to take in the ordinary everyday people and struggles and problems. Yeah, a gallon of gas is between $4 and $5 around here. Sometimes I think I've seen it for just under $4, like $3.99 or something. Well, hey, we got to get clean energy. We got to get off oil and gas. I would like an electric car, but more than just electric cars, we can't just expect everyone to get electric cars. There's so many people here. We have to fix up the freeways, the highways, and get safe, affordable, or free mass public transportation. It's very possible. Rich people don't want it to happen because they want to be able to look down on others. They want to be able to keep others poor. They do not care. Jeff Bezos is talking about colonizing space when he could solve so much of the world's housing problems many times over with his money, and food problems many times over. He doesn't want to. He could be the most beloved person on earth. Think about that. If he paid all his employees really good money, gave them good benefits, work with dignity, he would be the most beloved person in the communities he hires from. Why doesn't he? He has the money to do that and still be the richest person ever. He doesn't want to. He just does not want to. He does not care. Yeah, he's a piece of crap. Exactly. This whole idea of self-made man, oh, you can do it too. Yeah, if you can do it too, how many billionaires are there in the world? We shouldn't have billionaires when there are people who can not afford to live, who cannot afford insulin, who cannot afford their medical bills. There should not be billionaires. A system that makes that is sick. How long have I been going here? An hour? Cool, and it's only 8:25. Man, this phone's not charging that well. What the hell? The portable charger's only down to 92%. It should be down further. It should be charging my phone more. This phone is so messed up. I'm gonna have to get a new phone. Fortunately, there are good options for that. There's an option for everything. It's just damn hard. The food stamps, I'm not even gonna try that. I put in the application, but I would still have to upload my income. And the thing is, I was like, you got to do that. Like, you got to take your bank statement stuff. I'm like, too much work. I'm already not interested. It's so much work, and then I'm going to have to go back once in a while and get my mail and stuff. I'm like, not even worth it. So I don't know if I have to cancel. Moist Andy just texted me, by the way. So I'm hoping, and he's asking about filming with my mom. Everybody keep telling him to film my mom. I'll get back to him later. What was I saying? I forget what I was saying. Oh, the food stamp thing. Yeah, it's not worth. So it's like, technically, I don't know if I'm enrolled yet, but I don't even want it. I want to just call and tell them to cancel. But even calling them it requires so much time. You got to go through so many menus. I just can't. I just hung up the other day. I'm gonna call my bank, tell them I need I'm going through financial hardship. You need to reduce my interest payments on my credit card. 24-hour live stream, maybe. Yeah, maybe at some point. Thanks, Bianca. Bianca Barella. 799. Yeah, I know. Moist Andy's got to film with my mom. So I just told him today, I said, hey, you should film with my mom next week because it's Mother's Day this weekend. So hopefully he films with her. So he just texted me something. I'll text him back later. It's just they got to coordinate their schedules. Yeah, 24-hour live stream would be good, but the thing is with that, it'd be good to have a home. It just helps out to charge my phone, to sleep in. Because think about it, if I could just get in my car and drive around a little bit and keep filming. Also, this phone, I got to get a new phone at some point. The overheats, the battery dies too quickly. So I'd have to get a new phone because this one is causing so many problems. And I'd hate for it to go bad when I really need it. Fortunately, I've been able to get by, but what if somebody called me and it was really important and my phone died? I have to be so careful with it. Don't put it in my pocket too tight or it'll restart. I don't know what's going on with it. I thought about going to film school around here to get housing. I looked at the AFI, American Film Institute, because they have their theater that I love in Silver Spring, Maryland, where I brought my mom several times. Our review of 2001: A Space Odyssey is in the AFI Silver Spring, and also our old AFI docs interviews. We interviewed like Greg Louganis and Michael Rappaport, the directors of The Dog, about Sam Wadowitz, the guy who robbed a bank, and the story that became Dog Day Afternoon. They have the AFI here, their conservatory and stuff. Tuition's $116,000 a year or something like that. I'm like, well, forget that. If I can get I will seriously go to college if I can do it free or affordable, and if it means film school, and if it means, or maybe not even film school, just any kind of school. I don't know, whatever. I'm not going to learn just anything. I want it to be some art related, English or poetry or whatever, literature. But if I can get housing and it's free, I might be interested in doing that, especially film or screenwriting, though. That'd be good. All right, I'll be careful, Runny. What am I supposed to do? By the way, cops are out here and stuff, so, and I see families out and stuff, so, but I am watching. Believe me, I am watching. M. Gray, thank you. $2 from M. Gray. I appreciate it so much. That helps so much. That's 2 items I can get from the 99-cent store. 2 packets of tuna. Did your high school have any film program? Yeah, they did. I didn't actually do anything in there, though. I didn't join any of those classes, but they did. And back then, it was like Final Cut was just barely starting to, be something you could use on desktop computers or Avid or whatever. Yeah, my info's lost already. That's the thing. Yeah, that's what I'm counting on, the bureaucracy to just make my info, just like, if I'm not going to, because that's the thing. They gave me the food stamp card, the debit card sort of, but there was zero balance on it. They're like, yeah, you'll have to come back. I guess the supervisors aren't here. Well, I'm just not going to go back. But I'll call them to let them know for sure. Just, hey, I don't need it. Like, I'll figure out how to get by. I'm sure they'll be relieved. They'll be like, good, one less case to deal with. Nobody seemed that thrilled to work there, which I don't blame them. They got tough jobs, repetitive jobs. They deal with, people who are in desperate circumstances. Again, thank you, M. Gray. Whoa, M. Gray, again, another $2. Talk to homeless people on Skid Row? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should. By the way, there's a channel. I'm sure a lot of people know about it, Invisible People. And I think Mark Horvath runs it, or he does a lot of work for it. They interview homeless people on the street. And those interviews have gotten millions and millions of views. And a lot of them around LA. Mark seems like a real good guy. Supporting the homeless. I reached out to him. He said join joined this group on Facebook that it's like a support group for homeless people, because he said he was sorry that I'm homeless out here, and he is going through a tough time right now. His mom's really sick, so anyways, just let me know ideas you have for stuff. I don't know how, like, I've heard people walking through Skid Row and it's safe and stuff, but you don't know if someone's on drugs or whatever, if they're, you know, um, you know, it, have whatever, like how safe you are. A lot of those people, they're just trying to get by too. They're just trying to survive, so, you can't assume anything about them, but it's just a really bad situation. You know what? I don't like being just one person out on the street by myself, like when somebody walks by me. So I guess I will get in my car and at least go to another area. I don't think I'll stop this live stream now, but I do want to. And there are like people out. Like I see somebody jogging right now. Like I said, the cops are down the street. There's the metro down the street. But I don't really know this neighborhood. So again, M. Gray, thank you for the donations. Where is Inside the Actor Studio filmed? The New School at Pace University, but I think that's in New York. I remember James Lipton saying that so many times. Is that show still on? There's so many shows that are still on that I have no idea about, because I didn't really watch TV for the last couple of years. Thanks, Ronnie. You want to have a conversation with me about these issues in person? Yeah, New School is in New York. Yeah, thanks, Ronnie. Yeah, maybe I should at some point have a meet and greet. I don't think many people would show up, but sure. Maybe when I hit a certain subscriber mark, like 50,000 subscribers, and when my mom's here too. Yeah, that'd be cool. And do some kind of contest or giveaway. Have trivia, give out prizes. Make it a little event. I don't want to just have people come out and meet and talk. I want to make it interactive, make it fun. Maybe we could go to that cafe in Rancho Cucamonga and have a Dreamcast party. That'd be a good idea. I'll think about that. Oh, my mom would love that, by the way. You guys got to share these videos. Keep clicking like, keep sharing. I'm trying so hard to keep pushing them out. The circumstances I'm filming them in are not glamorous. They're a lot of times just me, like that one the other day in a parking lot when I was at Starbucks. I was desperate to get some videos edited. My ears are hurting. I'm broke. I was a little nervous about this shoot I had coming up. Fortunately, the shoot went fine. And it was nothing like out of the ordinary that I haven't done before for clients. It's just I'm always worried, like, what if the camera breaks down? What if the client's really, mad about something? It went fine. And I went above and beyond what could be expected of me and what was asked of me, way beyond. I spent the whole day today working on this stuff. The client didn't even ask me for that. I said, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I'll make something so the video is easier for you to watch and put something together. A lot of places hiring around here. So if I ever need a job desperately, I'll do it, but I'm not planning it. Part of my goal is to work in film or entertainment or videos or something like that, backstage and plays, whatever. And everybody understands it around here who works in entertainment. So we're all talking with the same idea in mind of trying to make money in entertainment. So let's see. Where should I go? I'm going to get in my car. And I don't have my GPS going but it doesn't matter. I'll just drive around. And I'm learning the streets around here. It's not like so overwhelming or anything. I haven't been to all the neighborhoods or anything yet. I've only been here 6 days. But, that's better. My back, a little sore. Don't have much food. Gotta go to 90. I gotta go to everything scheduling is so difficult. I gotta get to the 99-cent store, 65% of my battery, 86% of the charger. That's good. You really are my favorite YouTuber. Thanks. You would show up in the summer. Well, let's see if my mom gets here. Let's see if I'm making enough money. If she's gonna come here, I have to be in a place. I cannot just just, be homeless and invite her over and put her up in a hotel or something. I don't know. Maybe, but I want to know I can earn a living. M. Gray, thank you. Oh my goodness, another $5. You should only donate $1. Make it easier on yourself. Thank you, though. You should go on Chatterbait. I bet many people would love to see your Greek. Okay. I was wondering what Chatterbait. I didn't know what that was. Mike, I did a job last night, and I'm doing a little, picking up work here and there. I'm getting help from people. Like I said, they're just friends, so I'm not putting them out there. But I'm getting a lot of great help from people who've been here, who are also working here in the same field. I'm collaborating with other YouTubers. Watch Nathan Barnett's channel. Everybody subscribe to him. His channel is blowing up again after he was struggling for a while, and he was open about that. I'm not like putting his info out there. I'll stand outside, I guess. It's a nice little spot right here. Yeah, I'm trying to work with other YouTubers and meet a lot of other actors and stuff here. And, always have something to say to them. Like when they ask, what do you do? What's your story? Whatever. That's what people ask. So you got to be able, you can't just say, oh, well, I don't know, I want to make movies or something. No, I say who I am, say what kind of videos I do. Maybe I can get 50,000 subscribers by July. Who knows? By the way, Nathan Barnett's going to be in Pennsylvania in June, doing live shows there. So if you're in Pennsylvania, go check him out. But yeah, maybe I can. That's another thing I got to keep in mind: goals for getting new subscribers and having this channel do well, because this helps me pay my bills as well. So yeah, I'm getting. I at least got that job yesterday. I'm keeping in contact. You got to keep relationships going here. So I'm keeping relationships with people up. Always try and let them know what I'm doing, what I can help with. Let them know. I'm supporting them, and I'm grateful to them. And so it's a lot of stuff. And then, scheduling everything. So I got to go to the food pantry. Food pantry's only open certain hours, certain day. You need certain qualifications to join or to get food from there. So it's a real hassle. And then on top of that, I got to call my bank. I still want to call Department of Social Services. Just make sure they know I am canceling the food stamps. So it's all, so much, like just doing that, going to the gym, it takes up 4 hours of the day. Try and write down your goals. Right. Hold on, guys. I got some business to do. You know what I'm saying? Just a minute. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Hey, helicopters flying out all the time here. What is going on? A lot of helicopters flying around. But yeah, I have specific goals in mind for how much money I want to make. And I got to start thinking about how I'm going to make better videos. I still want them to be, oh, crap. Yeah. Inclusive and weird and personal. But, again, thanks, M. Gray, for the donation. But they got to be higher effort. I got to do more with them. I don't want to just make the same. Although I do want to make the same silly little videos. Why not? Everybody's trying to do stuff that looks perfect, that looks amazing, sounds great. I want to do weird little stuff that shows real people. At the same time, I want to figure out how to do that bigger. So again, like Martin Scorsese or David Fincher, doing very, strong stories. Alex Proyas. Yeah. Yeah, you need to be a rich person, attend university now. Free university should be right. Hey, Elizabeth Warren's working on it. She should be getting a lot more attention for that. Um, yeah, keep doing your silly little videos. Thanks. Yeah, well, so many other people want to look perfect, have a perfect face, haircut. I just, like, I had to decide at the gym. I felt this weird pressure on me, like, oh, am I expected to make everything look perfect now and be sleekly produced? And no, like, I want to make it feel real and dirty and all that stuff. Keep clicking like, everybody helps the video. Yeah, free university should be a right in this country, not a privilege. Yeah, college, not really for me, but if I could get housing there, I might do it. And also, I would consider it for screenwriting, although I'm learning plenty about screenwriting and I'm reaching out to people, finding what screenwriting groups are out here. I want to go to them. Yeah, Elizabeth Warren gets hate from the ultra right. They're paid to not agree with her. It's not even like an honest disagreement. They must not disagree with her, or they will lose their donors. Boy. CVS. So where should I even go right now? I don't even know where I'll drive. That's the thing. I'm in North Hollywood, NoHo, as it's called, Burbank area, North Hollywood. It's all similar, I guess. I'll just hang out outside here. Why do I have to go anywhere? Seems like a nice enough area. Just stay where it's well lit. And just relax. See, I don't have to show you a bunch of nice vistas or anything. You get it. You get the idea. Yes, there are mountains, there are beaches and everything. I'm not all about showing all that beautiful stuff. I had to debate whether I even wanted to show that picture of myself at the beach at that job yesterday. I thought, well, this would be cool to show people. They'll like that. I took a little video of that yesterday while I had some downtime. I was like, I don't even want to show this stuff. Like, this is not who I am, showing beautiful places and everything. On Directing Film, I've read it. Yes, Mike, I have read On Directing Film. Was that from Sidney Lumet? Because I'm thinking there's also a book by David Mamet that I read. It might have been called On Directing Film or something like that. Zach's video, yeah, Between Two Ferns, those are good. Yeah, there's a lot of pressure, I can tell, just to look perfect, to, to adhere to conventions about what's popular and what's appealing and what will make money, and you have to be committed to telling personal stories and making things personal to you. Stuff's falling out of my car. Oh my goodness, I gotta get a home or a van or something. Right, they want to see the real stuff. The one by David Mamet. It's been a while since I read it. I thought it's good. He's always a little opaque in his writing. I read that book and not opaque, I just mean he's so flowerish with his writing. It always leaves me a little bit at a distance, like he's deliberately evading the point somehow. And I read his book Bambi versus Godzilla, and same thing. It's like he's a good. I mean, I learned from it. Yeah, it's just it's like books like that. You have to really be open to it, to what he's saying. The Sidney Lumet book, what was it called? On Directing or Making Movies. That's what it was called. I gotta drink some water. Making Movies. That was it. It's very plain. It's very straightforward. It's full of stories about his career. And David Mamet's books are more high-minded and make references to all this literature, and that's his thing. That's how he does it. Yeah, I wish my mom could live stream. That would be cool. But I'll get her out here. It just, even so many, things happen lately that screwed me up, with spending money on stuff I didn't need, or going to the wrong area, or getting lost, or my car breaking down. I'm just realizing, just accept it, keep moving forward. The more difficult it is, the more better the achievement in just getting through it and getting past it, and just keeping moving. So just no point in even, thinking, oh, I screwed that up. It's not really a screw up if you, deal with it afterwards. So like my car falling apart and all this stuff, and coming here while being, um, practically broke, and all this stuff. It just, whatever. It's just figuring it out. It's working. Yeah, it's been. I remember some clear lessons from Mamet talking about, like, one thing he specifically says over and over is, audiences should be able to tell what's going on in a movie if the sound's off, and and there should be nothing extraneous in a movie. And it's funny. It's like those are all true depending how you look at it. Someone else might define what's extraneous as different, or what's unnecessary as different, or someone else may define, how you can tell what's going on when the sound's off is different. But you learn from it. You learn from everything. I'm reading right now. I'm reading right now a book called Hollywood Hollywood Under Siege. How the religious right and something, whatever, they tried to stop Scorsese from making The Last Temptation of Christ, and I didn't realize just how much of a huge controversy and what a blow in his career it was. Before the movie even got made, he tried a few years before, and he was worried he'd never make a movie again, because he was so, not only he insisted on a specific vision for the movie, but the people who were behind him to make it started slowly backing out. It was getting so expensive. Scorsese insisted on certain things, and then they got conservatives talk about how they don't believe in boycotts and stuff. Conservative Christian groups organized such a concerted effort to lie about the movie and boycott it before it even came out, and get people to write letters to the studios and scare them into not making it. And they said stuff like they heard in the book that the movie was based on that Jesus is a homosexual. And so they were just clearly making stuff up. It didn't matter. And not that that would be wrong or bad, but it's not in this book or the movie. They're just saying that because they're acting on their own fears. Dude, Thomas, I made you a moderator. Hey, Thomas, message me sometime on social media or whatever. I don't know where your social media was. I'm glad you joined. If you want to be in contact, my Twitter and Facebook are on here, and my email is flyingovertrottam@gmail.com. I love it out here. It's great. I had a job last night. I had a paid video job. That was really good. And because of that job, I decided I want to move here. I have the confidence to live here permanently. I love it. California is the best state in the country. Yeah, the city sounds... Yeah, Republican, Christian... why do they even watch movies? Don't watch movies if you're that against movies with supposedly pagan imagery or storylines, because all movies are. They're all inflaming the senses. They're all, getting you to, revere the images on screen and drama and supposed, bad behavior. So they should just, whatever. It was a concerted outrage campaign that helped get the movie shut down, in addition to a lot of other factors, and Scorsese was worried he would never direct a movie again. Yeah, they trigger all the senses, right. Venice Beach. I might. Just the thing is, depends what area I want to be at. Generally, I might stay at Venice Beach. I've only been here like 6 days, so I'm still figuring out where everything is. I was at Venice Beach my first full day here, and there are a lot of people that sleep in their cars around there, and around Malibu Beach too. I saw that all along the side of the Pacific Coast Highway. Cars were camped out there. I was like, wow, I'm surprised they're allowed to sleep here. Part of the problem with sleeping next to a highway or whatever, I cannot sleep when the cars are so noisy and going so fast. I'm not really worried about it. It's just like worried about, whatever. Somebody hitting my car. It's just it's so noisy. Any main road, it's better if I can find a parking lot. But yeah, I've heard that too. So yeah, I might look up where to sleep around Venice Beach. The thing for me always is sometimes I have stuff to do and I got to be in certain areas, but I want to be able to go to a gym, to shower at the gym, exercise, and then go to a library or something, get work done, and be able to go to some event in the evening. Now, the good thing around here, there's always events going on, always open mics, if nothing else, open mic comedy. Tonight, I almost thought about going to one, and I'm pushing myself out of my, desire to, out of my comfort area and my desire to just stay in my car and sleep and do my same old routine because I didn't come here to do that. But I decided, okay, I'll live stream. I haven't done a live stream yet. And there's a lot of filmmaker meetups and a lot of film events, so I'm just trying to go to those. I might go to the Satellite. Neil Hamburger performs there, so I want to go see him. Some other people, Brandon Wardell records a podcast there. He used to do open mics around here, so and I tried to make a video with him when he was around here. We never ended up doing it, but I just want to go and see these people. And so there's a lot of events to go to, and I'm going to just keep doing stuff, keep showing people I appreciate them. And so that's the thing. If I'm in Venice Beach, that's fine. I haven't figured out yet where would I go in the morning to shower. Basically, where would there be a gym I could shower at, and then where could I go to a library or something, and whatever. Just find a food pantry, all this stuff. Keeping my devices charged, everything is such a hassle when I'm homeless, but it's good. If I can do that, it means I'm doing well. Yeah, they have free beach showers. That's cool. Last time I saw a full movie in a theater, it was in Virginia. It might have been the John C. Reilly, Steve Coogan movie about Laurel and Hardy called Stan and Oliver. It might have been that. I don't remember if I saw a movie after that. I've seen some free movies too. When I was in Virginia, they have some really good free movies at the library. Where do you live, Runny? If you're around LA, that's fine, but it sounded like you said you're further away. I see. So Thomas says that the police don't tell people to move their cars till later in the day. And, oh, you're in the Bay Area, San Francisco? Well, thanks for the offer. If I'm ever out there, I may need it. I see. So, yeah, and that's how it is a lot of places. It's like you have to be up by 8 o'clock, or the parking enforcement starts at 8 o'clock. In some places, if they're not metered, it says 2-hour parking only, so yeah, by 10, basically. But I don't know if all those places, they're really enforced either. The meters I expect to be enforced, but I try and get up every day by like 7 or 7:30. Today I had to sleep, and it was so hard. Like it was so noisy at 7, and I went and parked in a parking lot after that, and I sort of got another 2 hours of sleep. I was so damn tired. I was like, I know I have to sleep before I edit these videos today. I was editing videos all day. My client didn't even ask me to. My client said just give the raw footage after the event, and it really wouldn't have made sense to do that because it was like over 140 some individual clips. I'm like, you wouldn't want that. Let me go put all the footage together and give it to you. So I spent all day doing that. They didn't even ask me, but they appreciate it. I know, and that's what I need to show, is to go above and beyond and show that I'm willing to do whatever they need and make it, and that I understand what's necessary. And they lucked out with me that I was available for the price they needed, and I had the equipment that was really good for what they needed. Because somebody else, they would have needed much more expensive cameras, but to have those cameras, you would need a team of people covering this thing, because the cameras are not as versatile. You need to constantly change the settings depending on the light. Just would not have worked as well, and they would have had to pay many more times than what they paid me for a whole team. Angelo, one day you win an Oscar for your own. If one day you win an Oscar for your own movie, that means you've made it in life as a filmmaker. Thanks, but I don't believe in that. That Oscars mean you've made it. Not at all. The Oscar can be a curse, and also that's totally, it depends what people are into for the Oscars. So I don't even worry about that. Also, I have a fear of high ceilings, so I cannot be in that auditorium where they have the Oscars. I'm serious. I would be so scared. I cannot be in a building with high ceilings. So I literally, if I was invited, I literally could not go. I would be so scared the whole time. I don't see how people can get on stage and perform there. I would not do it. I could not even be blindfolded and do it because I know the ceiling is so high. I'm not even worried about it, the Oscar. Yeah, it would be nice if it means, recognition for a movie that's good, but it's fine. It doesn't. There's tons of great movies that don't get Oscar nominations or Oscar wins, so not a problem. Been going for an hour 40 minutes. Phone's still at 65%. That's good. So now the portable charger is working. I have this portable battery charger. 81%. But yeah, Thomas, if you're still there, message me on email or social media. Do you even live around here? Because I've heard Nathan talk about, and it sounded like you have to travel here or something. I can't remember what your situation is. But thanks for your joining, everybody. Click like. I guess I'll go in a little bit because I do want to find a place to sleep and try and get to bed pretty early tonight because I want to get up early, get a lot done tomorrow, and I have to go around, do some stuff tomorrow. So that's good. And I don't know. Right now, my biggest concern is filling up all my time too. Like, I start to feel lost when I'm like, what do I do today? What should I do? Like when I don't have a structure, I need to go around and do stuff all the time. Maybe I should go up in the mountains too and film something. I don't know where you do it or what you do, because obviously in the Hollywood Hills or whatever, I don't think you can really stop many places and film there. But like on the streets, I mean. But I would like to go film something. That'd be cool. Maybe a funny short film. But what was I saying? Oh, you're in Portland. I see. You travel here once a month. That's what I thought. I don't know, Ronnie. Who would I hire for a major film? Nicolas Cage, I guess. He's great. He's a great actor. I'm trying to think who else. Chiwetel Ejiofor? He's been in a lot of movies. He was in 12 Years a Slave. That was very famous. I think he was in Salt as well. He's a great actor. Idris Elba. He's great. There are tons of actors, though. I can't think. I can't think of them all. Who else? I can't even. And there's so many actors who make a living in acting or really good acting, but they're not famous. So you can't answer that for everybody. Griffith Park, right? Okay. Yeah, Observatory. They filmed there, and it's free. Cool. Avengers. I've never seen an Avengers movie. I've only seen a few minutes of the first one on TV. Yeah, I want to check out Griffith Park Observatory. That'd be fun. But again, I cannot film a big, beautiful video of the vistas and everything like like I'm trying to make it like a Hollywood production. I love how in Beavis and Butthead Do America, when Beavis and Butthead visit the Grand Canyon, and it shows the Grand Canyon and everybody looking at it, and then the camera pans over, and Beavis and Butthead are laughing at a donkey crapping. Like, that's what I want to see. Like, just keep it real to who I am, and they're laughing and they're like plop. That's what I want to do. Like, I don't want to show the big beautiful views. Everybody's seen them on video. I want to show the funny crap. Denzel Washington, he's a great actor. Have I been to filming lots yet in Hollywood? No, I haven't. Yeah, so I'd be interested in going, and I know someone who works at one of them, and I forget if he works at a theme park or if they play movie characters on those lots. I don't know exactly. I think it's a theme park. But yeah, I'd like to check those out. And I say that reluctantly almost because I'm like, oh, I got to stick to my own thing. But I'm like, no, I got to try out everything. I got to do everything here that's film related. Universal Studios, I see maybe. End goal in life? I don't know. I don't have one. What's the end goal? I don't know. A lot of this stuff. 10 a.m. to noon Thursday, street sweeping, no parking. A lot of street sweeping around here. What's that about? Thanks for watching. Oh, got 14 people now. Went back up. Click like, everyone. All right, Tristan. being funny. My allergies aren't that bad here, by the way. They act up just a little bit sometimes when I go into a library or a cafe. Otherwise, they don't act up that bad. It's really nice. I still take my allergy medicine, Claritin. I don't know what an end goal is, Nolo. Ethan, all right, I'm deleting that comment. You don't gotta ask stuff like that. Yeah, well, I'm sure it doesn't, because if, the city doesn't get around to it, they just don't get around to it. They're not going to take down the sign every time. Damn, I'm hungry. Man, I barely ate today. I barely ate every day. I barely ate yesterday. And I was working through my hunger when I was eating, but it wasn't bothering me in that shoot last night. I did go to Del Taco for once. And, all right, Ethan, last warning. This is not the place for that kind of stuff. I don't see why that you'd think that would interest me. Thomas, you're a moderator. You should be taking care of this stuff. And Lynx, if you're still here, you too. We don't need this kind of dirty crap in here. But it is amazing. It's beautiful out here. Really cool. So much here. So much great stuff. Yeah, Thomas. Next time, you don't get distracted. Don't open up a bunch of other tabs in your browser when you're supposed to be monitoring the comments. That's why I gave you mod powers. Handle them with the utmost of care. Protect my commenters from that dirty nonsense, that doo-doo talk. All right, Ethan. Bye-bye. Got a troll here, but don't worry, I took care of him. Yeah, anyways, it's just great out here. It's so much, like, I never realized how much I want to be in a big place. Not that I want everything, but I like little neighborhoods too. And I was thinking about this movie. Oh, Thomas, Runny's comment was cool. Thomas, you got a little overzealous though. Runny was just being supportive. That's cool. You can say stuff like that, if anyone isn't interested. Runny said if they're not interested, they should just leave and watch dirty videos. That's fine. You don't have to go that far, Thomas. But Runny, don't take it personally. Thomas is still exercising his mod powers. Yeah, well, next time think twice about leaving. Yeah, there's just a ton of stuff here. And a lot of libraries, that's good. I had to go to, again, 3 today before I found a place I could work at. And then it closed at 5:30. I didn't realize it was closed that early. But that's fine. It worked out. And one library, I couldn't see it from the street. It seemed like it was nowhere. This library did not exist. It was just houses. No, I didn't get a library card yet. What do I need a library card for? All libraries are free and open to all. Oh, okay, I understand, Thomas. It's no big deal. I was just messing with you. I mean, that I thought you got overzealous, but all right, everybody. Relax. It was just a slip of the finger. Yeah. But you go to the gym anytime here. Again, I'm thinking about this because I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow morning, try and exercise. It's always full of people. It's not too unmanageable because the gyms are huge, but there's always a ton of people here. Everybody's trying to have a perfect body. I feel bad for the people who don't. Like, what's wrong with that, It shouldn't be a problem. Thanks, Jorge. Why do I need a library card, though? Yeah, if I want to check out books, sure, definitely. Okay, yes, I would want one then. I can't check, but definitely, it's hard. It's funny. I want to do so much here. I barely have time. I want to read books. I want to go to events. I got a live stream. I got to make videos, got to meet people, go to meetings, go to entertainment shows. I'm going to Jimmy Kimmel Live next week. Doing so much stuff, just so much to take in, and just stay focused and not get overwhelmed thinking I have 100 things to do. Just got to focus on one thing at a time because there's always something I'm missing out on. But then again, I'm right here doing the video. That's the most important thing. If you have a library card, access lynda.com, filmmaking tutorials. Somebody mentioned Canopy. I didn't understand what that was. Filmmaking tutorial Canopy, which has a Criterion collection. I see. Okay. Oh, that's good to know. Is it weird being without family? I thought it would be. Not really. Like, I still talk to my mom almost every day, and I hear my dad in the background and her arguing. Um, but yeah, not really, because this was a long time coming. It made sense to do this now. And I want to get my mom out here a lot, and I want her to eventually move here with my dad at some point and have a good home for them. So that means I gotta, make a lot happen to get those resources. And it's an app, it's like Netflix, but it's free. That's good, because I had to cancel my Netflix subscription when I went homeless, and I miss it, sort of. I never had much time for it. I don't know how people have time for movies and TV shows. Yeah, plan things one thing at a time, right? Because when you look online for stuff to do, like open mic comedy any given night, there's like 9 shows any given night. 18 people here. Cool. Click like. Yes, Jimmy Kimmel. I'm going to see Jimmy Kimmel live next week. I got a ticket to see his show. Film inside 9 cent store. I actually did once. It wasn't much of a video. I was just filming quick. But yeah, it's a great store. You would love to see my 99-cent store haul. Yeah, it's a great store. It's unfortunate that it's necessary here when so many people are struggling to get by and the workers, are working so hard. We should have affordable housing here. We should have programs in place to make it easier for people to live and work with dignity and to get around and to get free high-speed transportation, public transportation, safe, affordable medical care. Someone just yelled something. I gotta watch my surroundings around here all the time. Just make people aware, hey, I notice them. I'm not scared of looking, but I'm also not trying to, intimidate others. I don't drink that sweet iced tea. All I drink is water. Oh, a car without its headlights on. Cyrena, think your parents are okay? They want you to do good, my friend. Thank you. Yeah, 99-cent stores are a good thing. The bad thing about it is, why is it necessary, for people to struggle to get by? It should not be. Yeah, 99-cent store is great. Everybody can benefit from it. They got great stuff there. Ronald Reagan Library? Okay. Why would I want to do something there specifically? What's different about it? But I've been to a couple libraries already, and man, the homeless problem here it is exploding. There are thousands and thousands of people going homeless every month. For however many people who are getting homes, even more are going homeless. That is totally, it's not an accident. It's totally unacceptable. We can stop it if we want. We just don't want to. Specifically, rich and powerful people who want to keep their home values up and want to make a bunch of money on, high-income housing. Oh, cool. How much do I spend on laundry? I did laundry right before I came here. So, I don't know. It's like 1 or 2 loads of laundry, all my clothes. And I only have to do laundry once every 3 weeks because I have plenty of clothes. Maybe too many clothes. Yeah, exactly. Skid Row is... So, and why should it be that way? And why should we do these sweeps of homeless camps? We can afford it. The money's there. They have tens of millions of dollars to give away to, companies that make real high-income housing and kick people out of low-income housing. I'm trying to get away from this thing. It's ambulance or whatever. And that money, it's not just people go poor and go homeless, but no one's doing anything about it. No, people are actively working to make people poor. They're actively working to enrich themselves at the expense of others. They're actively trying to make sure tenants don't have protections, workers don't have protections, that infrastructure is not dealt with, that we don't get safe, affordable, high-speed public transportation around here, accessible to everybody. They make it that way. They make life as complicated as possible, taxes as complicated as possible. In European countries, Another thing, a proposal Elizabeth Warren had, and it was shot down by Republicans. The government knows how much money you owe in taxes. What they should do is send you a pre-filled out form. You sign it, you are done. That's what they do in a lot of European countries. Why we don't do that here, why a person of average intelligence cannot figure out how to do their taxes, makes no sense, but companies like H&R Block don't want to lose billions of dollars from filing people's taxes for, or helping people fill out their taxes. And Republicans have openly said they want taxes to be as painful as possible to pay, so that when people go to vote, they associate taxes with Democrats and they vote for Republicans. So it has nothing to do with helping people. The point is to be cruel and to cravenly make themselves more powerful. Makes no sense. It is a horrible, horrible system. Hey, Happy Life, long-time commenter. Thanks for joining, long-time supporter. Yeah, Asian supermarkets, even in, I remember H Mart in Virginia, they would give out free samples of stuff, free samples of tea. Yep, Portland has 12,000 homeless people in it. It's like one of the highest homeless populations in the country. And you think Amazon cared one bit about the homeless when they went there? Nope. They said, oh, we're going to bring so many jobs, we're going to bring so much investment. What does that mean? For who? It is not for ordinary people there. It's for people who can already get high-paying tech jobs. And by the way, they don't even treat their tech workers very well. Their tech workers struggle to get by. Their tech workers struggle to have families and try and keep their personal lives out of their jobs, so that people don't think they're not going to be a good, team player if people find out, oh, I'm a mother, or I'm a father, and I have to take care of my kids. Just want to change the scenery a little bit. Amazon does not care. They resisted a tax on employees that would have paid to help, programs for the homeless people in Portland. They resisted it, and it was like an afterthought that they said, well, it's going to cost too much. That was the main point, and then the afterthought was like, oh, we don't even think it's going to work about the homeless. Who gives a fuck? They don't even care. And then when they left, you think they cared when they left? And Thomas, I don't know if you've heard me say this, but Amazon, they're moving the headquarters to Arlington, Virginia. That's my home city. They're moving it to Crystal City. They're going to remake this whole neighborhood. The city and the government of Virginia are going to pay hundreds of millions of dollars and give hundreds of millions in tax breaks, because they want to make it so that Jeff Bezos feels really happy he made an investment in Virginia. They're going to give him $1 billion Virginia Tech campus in Alexandria, which is close by to Arlington, because they don't even have enough tech workers to fill up all the jobs they have there. And Amazon can hire from all around the world. They're not just going to hire locally. So that's going to be, like they say, like 25,000 employees are going to be there over a course of several years. Already the real estate listings, the clicks on them have gone way up since Amazon announced this, because people from all over the world are interested in working for Amazon here, because Amazon can recruit from all over the world. They're not just hiring locally and trying to help local people. People like me, we're not being helped there. My parents, they have to pay higher property taxes, even though they own their homes. Their housing, the county assesses how much their house is worth. And so when it goes up, they pay more in property taxes. They pay thousands and thousands of dollars a year in property taxes there. Portland is more progressive with programs, though, good, cheap public transit, and lots of programs to help people out. That's good. I would be interested in trying their public transportation there. Yeah, I wish more cities would adopt those policies. That's right. It makes sense. Yeah, San Francisco, I bet. I've only heard about it. And the housing prices there should make it clear to anybody that is a major problem there. Yeah, tech workers still paying $100,000, $125,000 a year, and struggle to pay mortgage. Yep. Yeah, I know. That's how it is. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Thomas. I actually went to college for computer science until I dropped out of that program after a year and a half because I was failing a bunch of classes. I thought for sure I would be a good computer programmer or something, make good money. No, I was really bad at it. Cockroach. Yeah, really bad at it. Yep, Jeff Bezos, yeah. He could solve a hunger problem in America probably 10 times over. He could pay 500 GoFundMes for medical bills right now. Why doesn't he? He doesn't want to. And he could still be the richest person in the world by far, still own 10 $60 million homes. He would have no problems. He does not want to. Yeah, Amazon, Facebook. Facebook is awful, man. Oh my goodness. You think Twitter's bad, and Twitter is bad. They got to kick the white supremacists off there. Facebook, it's so, like, it so dystopian. It was this once exciting idea of connecting with people and giving everybody a voice, and now it is just, it's the ugliest, like, operation for trading in people's privacy and giving horrible voices platforms. Right, and tech companies, they think coding and tech, or they think computer programs are going to solve the world's problems, but they need to have ethics to go with it. Without the ethical side, it just makes things worse for people. Is there a supportive homeless population in LA? There is a lot of support. That's the thing. There are groups out here, but it seems like the really concentrated support is never really united. It's always in separate pockets. That's what I'm just sort of seeing. I have not taken part in anything yet. I just follow some stuff online. And it's always, groups of the most activated people, the ones who are most motivated to go out and do something and protest and sign petitions and call the city council members or Congress people. What I want with whatever work I do with videos is to get more people motivated and activated and to show them, like, this can be fun, you're doing something good, and it just makes life better for everybody. Why wouldn't you want that? Why do you want people sleeping in their cars up and down your street? Why do you want them not to be able to afford homes? Because you think they're lazy? Because you think they're not working hard enough? If it's just that people are lazy and they don't want homes and they want to be homeless, how come it just seems to happen so much in LA? Why not all through the country, which it does happen in a lot of the country, but why so bad specifically in LA? What's different about it? It's just everybody's lazier here, huh? No, it's because housing's so much more expensive. Jobs are so much less accessible. There are plenty of jobs, they just don't pay nearly enough to pay for a one-bedroom apartment around here. There's not enough tenant protections, there's not enough affordable housing, there's way too much high-income housing. Billionaires and millionaires are not taxed properly to pay for programs that will benefit poorer people and lower income. Not even just poor. You can be middle class and struggling to get by, or your landlord raises your rent by 50% in 1 year, or your landlord just evicts you because they want to redevelop for high-income housing because they've been working with the city and with real estate developers and all that stuff to be able to be able to get in high-income tenants who want to who are willing to pay a lot more money and kick you out because you don't pay as much. Oh, yeah. My mom said that at some point, that she wants me to work for the government or something. So it would be cushy in that, you get annual raises in a lot of positions, and, you have a secure job. Sure, yeah. I don't have the patience to apply for that. I'm not trying to. I'm out here trying to make movies, so I already know that's one of my goals, is to make money through video work and theater or film or whatever, anything related to that. And I know I can do it now. I'm meeting people, I'm reaching out, trying to establish good relationships, treat people well, be good to them. There's enough people who are rude and self-absorbed around here who are successful to where, people are willing to work with someone who's nice. Right, city council members don't care. I saw that in Arlington, in Virginia. Yeah, and then on top of rich people manufacturing all these problems, and then manufacturing the propaganda to say you should revere the rich because they worked hard, they earned what they have, and you can be rich one day too. And then they want to demonize the poor and scapegoat the poor and immigrants because they want you to, be confused. They want you to fixate on poor people, blame them for problems that rich people create. And so that way you're motivated by your anger towards the poor and your sense of superiority over them, even though you don't realize, as I didn't when I was younger, this could be me one day very easily. And it's no accident, it's how the system's set up. Yeah, a lot of rich don't work hard. A lot of rich do, but a lot of rich people don't. A lot of rich people are able to make so much more income because of things like investments. And, I think we should bolster the voices that speak up about this stuff, that actually care about lower income and poor people and just regular people. It's not even just poor people who are struggling to survive. It's so many people who are, so unprepared for a rent increase, or for a cost of living increase, or for a medical bill, or for, you know, uh, having their hours cut at work, or, car problems, maintenance on their houses, or their units. Yep, that's right. Serena, she backs you up. Yeah, and the Kardashians may very well work hard and be smart and stuff. Lots of people work hard and be smart. They are an exception. They are not a standard case. And people want to act like, well, you work hard, you can be just like them. Uh, that is not going to happen. That is a distraction so that you are confused and you think, well, I'm going to be like them. I'll be great and successful. And really, you have no idea, how much rich people want you to think that. Because they want you to demonize and blame poor people and homeless people for problems that rich and powerful people perpetuated. Why is traffic so bad around here? Why don't we have investment in public transportation? Well, a lot of car companies and bus companies years ago wanted it so that people are reliant on their vehicles to get around. They lobbied for it, and then they stand back and pretend, well, this is just how it happened, this is just what people wanted. They worked for this. 2 hours live streaming now, 63% on my phone, that's not bad. 74% on my portable battery charger. I'm wondering how much longer I should keep going here. And I barely ate today. I think I'm barely going to eat tonight. I think I might just go find a place to sleep. Can't believe you watched the whole stream. Thanks, Ronnie. That's really cool. I'm just walking around. I mean, again, it's great to be in a place that's so big. But something I was thinking before, I was thinking about this movie I'm writing about, a homeless guy and problems of his life. And, something happens that, gets the story going and dealing with his friends while he's homeless. And I was thinking, well, would I want to film that around LA? And then I thought, no, this place is different. And people have seen LA all the time in movies. This is a movie that belongs in Northern Virginia, where I'm from. Smaller streets, smaller area, Annandale, places like that look and feel different. Although a lot of this does kind of, not everything's so distinct to LA here, but I would want to, it made me realize how different and how important, different locations are. So I would want to go back and say, shoot this short film in Northern Virginia, and maybe even a feature-length movie that's sort of got a lot of similar elements that I've also started writing and was having problems with, and eventually got on to working on this short film, which ended up having so many similar elements of this same story of sort of, people who are sort of living underground and struggling to get by. I don't know who the Ace family is, but I can guess. It sounds like something on YouTube. They're on YouTube. Yeah, and that's the problem with YouTube, is people hurting others to get views. Back at the old spot again. I'm wondering how much longer I should make this, because I do have to go to sleep at a certain point. I'm kind of fine if people want to keep talking about stuff. Man, I go through these packs of tuna so quickly from the 99-cent store. I got to go to the food pantry next week. And that's the other thing. Every day I'm putting stuff in my calendar now because I can't remember everything. In Virginia, I didn't have to worry about that. Now there's so much to do. I got to put everything in a calendar. I don't like having to put stuff in a calendar, but I got to. All right. Well, we're programmed to. We're programmed to revere rich people. Think about this. This used to always bother me because we learn all about the Great Depression in school and how there were long lines to get food and people struggled to get work and millions of people were in poor shanty towns. But movies from that period of the Depression era that I've seen, like on TCM or AMC, but almost exclusively about rich people. And it always bothered me because it felt like this sappy, sorry-ass wish fulfillment. Like, while people are poorer than ever, let's make movies just about rich people who can afford their own servants and, and like have house calls from their doctor or whatever. It seems like that was more common back then. I don't know. But it's all about rich people at a time when the country was so poor, millions of people were struggling to survive. And it seems like we've always had that. We still have that. And it bothers me because at least then I'm removed from the situation so I could see it and compare, like what I've learned about that era to the media at the time. Now it's not as obvious or clear because if you're in it, it's hard to notice the difference between the media and real life, and your attitudes are shaped by the images you see. So we're taught to revere rich people. People want to see TV shows and movies about rich people, romantic comedies about people in New York who are dating. They're always like magazine executives or advertisers or some kind of rich and powerful person with a massive apartment and tons of free time. And they're always good looking and smiling, and they're in love because they're smiling at each other. And we're like given those images and told that's what's appealing, that's what's good. And commercials, it's like commercials are just commercials for being rich. For saying like, you ever want to have a good life? Try being rich. Be white and be rich. Then you'll be great. If you're not rich, our product is not for you. You don't deserve it. You don't belong here. You shouldn't take a vacation. You shouldn't buy our car or our beer, because this is all about being rich and how great it is to have $70,000 in disposable income so you can go to parties and drink Corona. That's what commercials are like now. You can see it now, and it is so bizarre. When I go to the gym and I see a commercial for like Sandals Resort Jamaica, I'm like, like, my life is shit. Like, in a way. I don't hate, my life or anything, but I mean, there's always anger and stuff, but it's like, compared to this experience, like if you made a commercial about me, it would look really crappy. And they're trying to convince people, here's what you do if you're successful. You go on expensive vacations to resorts. Yeah, rich people want to make money off the poor. When I say I don't hate my life, it's like there's always stuff like angry about, and stuff frustrated about. It's not like everything's great. It's always a struggle. But when you compare like my story is, the Annandale videos, like that to me is what you should be seeing. Is like, here's a dump that sucks, and people have to just get by, and stop making your crappy videos about how beautiful a city is when it's like 50% of the population is struggling to live, and families are, crammed into tiny apartments that they can barely afford on 2 incomes and 3 jobs between them. Right. Anyways, I am getting a little tired, so that means I should get some sleep. But thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for donating, for your positive comments. Cyrena, Runny, for watching the whole thing. Happy Life. We had Thomas in here. Ali. Oh, LED. Everybody else who donated. Yvonne, M. Gray. Everybody who joined. Yeah, again, appreciate it, everyone. So I'm going to go. Also, my nose is getting a little stuffed up from allergies, but it's not that bad. All right, I'm going to go. I don't know what video I'll have up tomorrow. Got to think of something. So, got a lot of work to do. Got to get up early because everything takes me time. It takes me like 2 hours to get ready for the day.